Hey, hello, dear Swift learners. I welcome you all to Swift Learn, which is India's most sincere learning destination, wherein you get the classes from grade 1 to grade 10. So, I hope that everybody is fine and ready with pen and paper to take notes of our today's session. I will be telling you what we are going to study today, but before that, we will, as usual, have a tour around SwiftLearn to see and to know a bit about platform at which we are studying. So we are here at SwiftLearn, wherein we provide the live and interactive classes. So you will be having personalized attention batch with maximum 6 students. And apart from teachers, we have an academic mentor team to track on your progress and also to help you to work on yourself. Also, we cover the syllabus as per your school exam schedule so that you can do well in your school exams also. And some of the key features which are very special here at SwiftLearn is detailed progress report. So it is a kind of detailed analysis of your classwork, homework, practice test, etc. on SwiftLearn. Then we have SATS, that is SwiftLearn Academic Test Series, in which you can compete with the students of your grade, you can see your position, and you can work on yourself accordingly with the help of your teachers here. Also, you can take unlimited practice tests, including 2 categories of subjective and objective. And furthermore, these subjective tests, it will help you in answer writing in your school exams. So please book your free trial class, and let me tell you how to book it. Just go to Play Store, download the SwiftLearn app, select your grade and select the subject that you want to take trial of, and you can schedule your trial class according to your timing. Okay, so please do it and have this amazing experience. And if you are new to the channel of SwiftLearn, please subscribe and press the bell icon so that you do not miss any update. And if you like this video, press on like button. So today we are going to study about natural calamities part number 3. We have already done 2 sessions. I hope you all have attended it. If not, go to channel of SwiftLearn and see those to learn a bit about earthquakes, floods, famines, drought, etc. These are the topics we have already covered. Okay, so let's have a kind of quick revision, and today we are going to basically focus on cyclone, thunderstorm and prediction of weather. Okay, so as you all might be knowing that we studied about drought, flood and famine in our last class, right? So what is drought? Drought, it happens when in any area there is less or almost no rain for a very long period of time. So because of this, crops get dried up, there is a shortage of food, etc. And this is what leads to drought. Now, if it rains heavily also, it's not good for us, because here in this condition it leads to flood. So if a particular area is suffering is experiencing heavy rainfall, it can lead to floods. Okay, and it again risks human life, it damages buildings, properties, infrastructure, crops, livestock, everything. Now, if I talk about rain, everybody might be loving rain. Yeah, rainy season is, like most of the people, they love this season. But do you think this rain always comes up with good things? Not so rosy always. Many times rain comes up with devastating thunderstorm and cyclones. So rains, they are not good every time for every single person. Okay, the first common thing that rain accompanies with it is cyclones. In the coastal area, it is very common. So cyclones, these are common occurrence in the coastal area of India. Now, what is cyclone? It is a very, very strong wind which is coming together, which is accompanied by heavy rain. So these strong winds and rain, it can damage house, buildings, it can spoil crops, and it can blow out electric lines also. Now, how do cyclones occur? What happens is, during daytime, the sun, it warms up the surface water in the tropical zone, okay, near Earth's equator. Now, because of this, this sun warming up the surface water, the temperature changes. Because of this temperature change, the movement of air occurs, and because of this movement of air, the pressure changes. and then the tropical cyclones take place. So what happens? Sun, it warms up the surface water, the temperature changes, the temperature change, it causes movement of air, and because of that there is a change in pressure which causes the cyclones. And when there is heavy rain, okay, river, they rise above their banks, and these overflowing water from the rivers, it can enter the fields of people, it can enter homes, and that is how it can lead to floods also. And many a times it's very common that the coastal areas, they experience heavy floods during cyclones, okay, because these strong winds, they take with them high waves, which is also known as tidal waves, so it can further lead to floods. What are the effects? Common, people and animal, they die, okay, they just drown in the water, and it can again lead to a great damage to life and property. Now, how we can predict that any danger is coming? So our weather forecasters, they help us, okay. These are the people who study the weather, and they can predict if any flood or cyclone it's going to occur. Obviously we cannot predict earthquake and these things, but flood and cyclone, most of the times it can be predicted, okay. And since it is predicted, a warning is given, okay, over the TV, radio, newspaper, okay, and then what happens is help is provided. So people, they try to leave their places, they try to move, okay, taking with them their belongings, okay, they move to safer place, they make their roof strong, or sometimes they just move away to safer place themselves. Now if they move, okay, they can take some of the important things with them. They cannot take their house, they cannot take their fields, they cannot take their crops. So anyhow, these things, they get damaged. Next, who will help us during such condition of floods and cyclones or any other natural calamity? So there are many governmental agencies, many people from communities which come forward to help. Okay, so when any natural calamity, flood, cyclone, it occurs, there are various rescue workers, okay, so they are immediately put into action, and these people, it can be from some NGOs, they can be from some governmental agencies, they can be some community people, etc. And obviously our army always stands by us. So army is also called an aircraft stand. It helps people, okay, which are stuck in the floods, okay, it help those people. It just airdrop the food and medicines, okay. It happened in Kedarnath also, as I told you in the last video also. And then government also set up the relief camp, okay, so the people who have lost their homes and everything, so there are various relief camps which are set up, so the people can stay there and they can get all the medical and all the other help needed. So the medicine, food I'm sorry, drinking water and bedding, they are provided to the people, okay. And also doctors, they are put on duty. Why? Because during this floods and all, there can be outbreak of various diseases because of the stranded water. It can lead to various diseases, okay. So therefore the doctors, they are put on the duty. Next, in water, we can find various animals which can be harmful, right? Especially snake. So there can be many cases of snake bite. So Red Cross, it's an organization, okay, which provides services and medicine and clothing needs to people. So Red Cross comes forward to provide help to the people, okay, and it helps with the food, with the medicine, with the clothing, etc. Now talking about thunderstorms. So how do thunderstorms develop? Thunderstorms, these generally develop in hot, humid tropical area, okay, like India. So we have almost, I think everyone might have experienced this, right? So the rising temperature, it produces strong upward rising wind. So as the temperature rises, it causes the wind to rise upwards. Now these upward winds, they carry water droplets upwards, okay, where they freeze and they again fall down. So these winds which are rising up, they have water droplets with them. Okay, and on going upwards they start freezing and then they again fall. Okay, so this movement of falling water droplets and again the rising air which is continuously rising, this creates a lightning and sound effect, and this is known as thunderstorm. So what are the precautions that we should be taking during thunderstorm and lightning? First of all, never ever take shelter near tall buildings, tall trees. Okay, and especially the electric poles. So it can attract lightning and it can pass it on to you. And if you are in a forest, that is very rare condition by the way, so if you are caught in a forest, it is better to be in some clear area. Okay, and you can see some short trees and you can stand there, because short trees, they are less likely to attract the lightning, but never near tall trees or electric poles. Next, do not take shelter under an umbrella with metallic end. So again, this metallic end, it can attract the lightning and it can be passed on to you. Talking about the garages, so never ever sit near window, open garage, shortage shed, metal shed, because it's already it is made up of metal, and sometimes there are very heavy winds also blowing. Okay, so it can be very, very fatal. So we should all be careful and we should not be taking shelter near these things. So the safe thing is a car or a bus. So just sit in your car, bus, do not panic and stay there. Okay, and take shelter there. If you are in water, if you are near beach area, just get out of the water and go inside any building. Now, what are the causes of thunderstorms? So talking about thunderstorm, what happens in hot and humid regions, the high temperature, it causes the air to rise up, and this air, it is carrying with it water droplets. On moving up, the water droplets, they freeze, they again come back to the earth, and since the air is falling, the air is rising up, this particular thing, it will create lightning effect, it will create thunderstorms. What are the precautions we should be taking during thunderstorms? Stay away from metallic poles, electric poles. Stay away from tall trees. Okay. Then find any area which is open. Okay. Take shelter there. Do not hold an umbrella having metallic end. So these are some of the precautions we should be taking, and it is always safe to take shelter in car or a bus. And how are cyclones formed? So cyclones are formed primarily because of sun. So what happens, the sun, it heats up the surface water, because of which the temperature rises. Okay, it creates the movement of air, and because of movement of air, the pressure changes, and this particular pressure change, it leads to cyclones. Now, interesting facts, India's very first rain weather forecast, it was made on 4th June 1886, and from 1871 to 2017, rains have been normal 98 times, and 25 droughts year we have faced. There are an estimated 16 million thunderstorms across the globe every year. So thunderstorms are very, very common. Okay, so what causes tropical cyclone? The sun's energy. It is the primary cause. The swift movement of falling water droplets along with rising air, which creates lightning and sound, it is known as thunderstorms. Okay, and during thunderstorm, do not take shelter under an umbrella with an metallic end. So yes, we should not be taking the shelter under umbrella. So what are the things we have studied today? Quick revision. We learned about cyclone, we learned about thunderstorm, and what is prediction of weather. So I hope that you might have understood everything. We have learned many things in this particular series. Okay, if you have missed on the 2 previous sessions, kindly go to channel of SwiftLearn and see the videos over there. Okay, and also book your free trial class on SwiftLearn. We will be meeting in next session in which we will be learning a bit more things. Okay, so stay tuned, take care, keep studying, keep learning. Thank you very much.